everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole. It is Wednesday, October 7th. Preptober is well underway, except I'm not really prepping, I'm just writing as usual. I mentioned that I'm going to be experimenting at different places, different times that I'm writing, and today I'm in my office. It is lunchtime-ish. I actually got up really early this morning and I thought that I was going to get some writing in, but I didn't. I decided to just get ready for the day and come here, and this is the earliest that I could get going because I just can't get my shit together. So I'm gonna be doing some writing. My plan is to do 4 hours of writing, and I'm gonna be doing it in sprints. So for the first hour, I'm gonna just start off with 10 minutes, and then 20 minutes, and then 30 minutes, and see how much I get done. I hate keeping track of word count, you guys know, but I'm gonna do it just to see how productive I am, how the environment affects my writing, if at all. I'm feeling pretty good today. I got lots of sleep, I showered, I put on makeup, I feel like a human, so hopefully I'm going to be productive like a human should. I mentioned before that I am kind of a recovering planner. I've recently discovered that I am much better at pantsing. My story's coming out much richer, much fuller. My character has a voice that's louder. I don't know if this is making any sense. Anyway, so I am a pantser now, but because I was planning for so long, I still kind of have planning tendencies. So I've actually been kind of planning as I go. So I have about 7 chapters done. I just passed the 10K mark in my rewrites. It's going really well, but I am also using my previous draft. Here, I'll show you. My previous draft, I've been mining it for some details that I want to add in so that I'm not completely pantsing. I've been outlining as I go. So after every time I finish a chapter, I write down the major things. So I already have a whole page written out. Today I'm on chapter 7. This I find keeps me on track of what I'm doing so that I don't have to keep going back and rereading what I wrote. I write down the main ideas and then I can refer to this and then just go. So it's kind of, I guess I'm kind of a planter still at heart. I don't know that I can fully get away from not planning, and I think it comes from my background as a journalist and working in the outside world and the corporate world. I wouldn't say that I worked at a corporate world by any means, but my life has been very structured, and I have a hard time kind of getting out of that structure mindset, even though like I know that it's not working for me. It's just a habit. Structure and planning is a habit that is not a bad habit. Don't get me wrong, nothing against planners, but it doesn't work for me. It's just a habit that I've gotten into from going to school, from my experiences in life, and I had this like weird epiphany when I realized that I'm much better at pantsing. I realized why I've never felt successful in life, and I think it's just because rigid structures just don't really work well for me, which is why I'm not really crazy about doing nano, and I don't really keep track of word count. I'm gonna keep track of word count today though, just, you know, for data's sake, but like I'm not happy about it, like, you know, so don't even think for a sec that I'm happy about it. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I have been doing. That's been kind of my process. It's definitely evolved from the planning and outlining and planning and rewriting and planning and oh my god, okay, seriously, let's get writing. I just reread the chapter that I had written before. I wrote it, I think it was Saturday. Yes, it was Saturday. I remember I was gonna do a vlog and I just completely forgot to turn on the camera. Sorry. But I had a really good writing session on Saturday. I finished off chapter 7. So I spent some time rereading it, doing a little bit of editing. Yes, I edit as I go. I know I'm not supposed to. It's like a cardinal sin all of a sudden, but whatever, it works for me. It also helps refresh my brain from what I wrote, because I don't write every day yet, but that's hopefully going to change really soon. But because I had like 2 days off, so I needed a refresher. Even though I know what's happening in my story, but you know, sometimes you just kind of forget the tiny little details that you put in that you can totally use later. Well, yeah. So I reread my chapter. Everything is in my brain. I'm ready to write. So the first hour is going to be a 10-minute sprint, and then a 20-minute sprint, and then a 30-minute sprint, and then I'm gonna see how it goes from there. I've been doing longer sprints lately, which I'm actually really proud of. It was only like a couple of weeks ago where I mentioned that I write 500 words, maybe 1,000 words if I like really push myself. But now I have been doing longer sprints, like up to 30 minutes, and I've actually been getting pretty close to 2,000 words when I do write. So, you know, improvements. I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, so 10 minutes just to get warmed up, and then I'm gonna go right into 20 minutes, and then maybe do a little break. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Okay, seriously, let's get writing. Two sprints down. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not being very productive today. My breaks have been longer. I'm just kind of staring off into the distance. Even though I did really well on my 10-minute sprint, my 20-minute sprint, I don't know. Something's going on, something's just not working, so I'm just gonna take a break and then do a 30-minute sprint. I don't know, maybe it's because it's Wednesday. Maybe I am just not that productive during the day. I kind of had an idea that I wasn't going to be doing very well in the afternoons because I never do well in the afternoons. I know I'm more energized like around 4-ish and afterwards, so I don't know why I am trying to write like all day when I know that this is just not my thing. I guess it's out of habit, and it's also out of guilt too, because I work for myself. I have the time and the opportunity to just kind of do my own schedule. So if I want to take a day off like today and write all day, I can. And I guess I feel guilty when I am not productive in my writing. I don't know. I think maybe they're just old habits that I need to break, and I need to just find something else to do during the morning and the afternoon and just leave my writing to the evening, because I know that I'm better at writing in the evening. Surprisingly, I am not too bad at writing in the morning. I haven't really tried it that often. I've tried it like once or twice, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty brutal. Me fresh out of bed is a sight to see. Maybe I will do a vlog about that later on. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how brave I feel. I think I can conclusively say that I am not an afternoon writer. And by afternoon, I mean like mid-morning to like 4 o'clock. I'm just not productive, which explains a lot, because when I had a real job out in the real world, working 9 to 5, just like, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't brain. I'm still gonna keep writing. I'm still gonna keep you guys updated. But I think I can say that this is kind of like my blah time. So because I'm having a hard time, I have a plan of action moving forward. I'm gonna set my work in progress aside for now, and I'm gonna work on something else. So I have been taking a mystery writing course, and it's taught by author Gail Bowen. And if you are Canadian, you might have heard of her. She is a pretty big name in mystery writing, and her classes have been amazing. And I do have some homework for her class. I kind of went through it. Sorry, I just bit. I kind of went through it a little bit with some classmates last night. We worked on it, and my intro still needs a little bit of work, so I'm actually gonna work on some homework. Okay, so it's almost 3 o'clock, so I'm actually gonna work on some homework until about 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and then at 5 o'clock I'm gonna go back to trying my work in progress, just to see if my theory is sound, just to see if I really can focus better in the evening on this project at least. So I'm gonna switch, instead of the Alpha Smart, I'm gonna actually write on my laptop, because that's just where my story is. I don't know. I feel kind of weird. I feel like I'm very particular about my particular works in progress. I feel like I just have this sense that working on this book should be done at night. And maybe it's because it's like a dark fantasy murder mystery, so it's like better suited to like a night writing type thing. It could be because of my habits of working during the day and writing at night. It's just so ingrained in me that it just won't go away. Could be I'm having a hard time focusing today, I don't know. But anyway, so let's do some homework. So that was surprisingly quick. My assignment is done. I've emailed it in. Class is on Friday, so I'm a little bit nervous to see what everybody thinks of it. It's one of those classes where we have an assignment and then everybody in the class gets to read it, and we also read our stuff out loud. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking. But I feel like it's exactly what I need right now, because I've been writing so long, I've read so many craft books, I've taken so many writing classes, and I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of the basics. But now it's just putting those basics into practice. And I feel like I'm doing okay, but there's always room for improvement. And I get really, really good feedback, especially from the other students in this writing class. They're all so talented. So I highly recommend taking writing classes, even if you are kind of past the basics of writing. A writing class is always good to make writing friends. Like, I love YouTube, I love social media, I've met so many awesome writers, but there's something different about getting to know somebody in real life. I'm also a forever student. Like, my parents were both teachers, so I'm always in school mode. I'm kind of a nerd. I love school, even though I kind of half-ass all my assignments, but whatever. Okay, so I have an idea. Instead of working on this big major project, I am actually going to work on something else. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. I have been kind of contemplating on writing shorter fiction and either submitting them to magazines or like maybe novella length, and trying out self-publishing again, and just kind of like doing it for fun. I really do like the process of self-publishing. When I tried to take it seriously, I think maybe I took it a little too seriously. I was a little too caught up in it, if that makes any sense. And the story wasn't really flowing out of me because of the pressure that I was putting on myself. So I think because I know that I really want to do the traditional route, that's really where I want to make my writing career happen. But I am kind of thinking of playing around with some self-publishing things. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about it. Is this something that you would like to do? Is this something that you think is a good idea? Should I do it? Should I not do it? I don't know. I'm not going to make any decisions anytime soon. I'm definitely just going to work on stories. And I think I just need to work on something different other than my work in progress right now. Yeah, I'm just not braining. So maybe if I work on something, maybe if I have like a project that I can do at this time of day. I don't have any clients right now, so I'm kind of like looking for work. If you need some developmental editing, hit me up. I've been kind of kicking around an idea for a short romance for a while. I'm also very bad at writing romance. And because I do want to have a romance subplot in my real work, not real, my nano project, what should I call this? I'm gonna call this my fantasy project, because I do want to have a little bit of a romance subplot in my fantasy project. I need to be able to write romance a little bit more solidly. I have tried to write romance in the past. It's just not something that I'm good at, so I think I'm gonna practice by starting on a very short romance story. I'm gonna go back at 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go back to my fantasy work in progress and start doing some sprints and see if maybe it's just a time thing. Maybe today is just not a good day for me to be writing it. What's going on? Maybe I just need to clear some junk out of my brain. That is always something that I need to do. There's a lot of trash up there. So, okay, let's clear some trash. Funny story, I have actually taken a how to write romance class. It was a little mini workshop. I'm telling you guys, I'm a forever student. I'm always taking writing classes, and I'm at a point where it's like, I need to stop with the writing classes and just freaking work on something already. I thought maybe I would let you guys know what this is gonna be about, because okay, a lot of writers say to not give too many things away about your work in progress in case somebody else steals the idea. But I feel like this idea is just, it's so broad that like you can take it. It's I'm basically going to do a fairy tale retelling as a contemporary romance. I chose fairy tales because there's a lot of room to add in romance. It's a story that I already know. I haven't actually picked the fairy tale yet, but if I have like a general plot already, I feel like it's going to be easier. I just have to make good characters. I know fairy tale retellings have been a pretty big thing lately. How do you feel about them? I've read a couple of really interesting ones. They're especially really big in YA fantasy. And I have to say, I'm kind of a fan. It's kind of nice to see something that's so familiar from a completely different perspective. So how do you feel about them? Are you a fan? Are you not a fan? What do you like about them? What don't you like about them? And if you could choose a fairy tale to retell, which fairy tale would you choose? And I guess I'm kind of asking, which fairy tale should I choose to retell? Because I'm kind of stuck between Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast right now. I don't know. So it's 5 o'clock. I've done some writing. I had some snacks. I'm kind of glad that I did this. I'm glad that I had a little bit of a switch. I think it was kind of necessary for my brain. Today's been kind of a weird day. I woke up at a really weird time. I was really out of my routine, so maybe that's kind of messing me up a little bit. But I want to try and push through. I can't make that as an excuse every time. I feel like I make too many excuses and not enough just like plowing through. I'm gonna plow through. I decided on doing Beauty and the Beast, and I started writing something. I don't know, it's kind of weird right now. It's just kind of a jumbled mess right now, but I'm glad that I got it out. I'm glad I got the messiness out. Hopefully now that that's kind of out of my brain, I can return to my work in progress and hopefully get some good writing in. I'm gonna try and do half-an-hour sprints. I feel like half an hour is a good time to it'll give me a few seconds of like staring off and collecting my thoughts, but then also writing. So I'm gonna try and do that. Get some words in. I don't know about today. Wednesdays are always just kind of like meh. They are my least favorite day of the week. Okay, timer is down. I am done my sprint and I am just, I'm at my wit's end with this. Okay, I wrote 350 words in like half an hour. Everything is just super slow today. Altogether, I've written 742 words in my fantasy project. It's not a lot, but it's something. It's better than what I used to do, but it's not what I was hoping for. I think I can rule out writing mid-morning to early afternoon. I'm getting tired. My brain is like all jumbled and weird and messy, and I don't know. It's also Wednesday. I always find that I have the least amount of energy on Wednesday. The 742 words is not including the homework assignments, and it's not including the other project that I started working on. I have no idea how many words I wrote in that. I wasn't counting. I was just having fun, and it was fun. I'm glad I did it. So I probably wrote maybe 1,000 words-ish today. I think it's safe to say that I am not a mid-morning writer or an early afternoon writer or a Wednesday writer. There's a reason why Wednesday is called hump day. I always find that my energy levels are the lowest on Wednesdays, and I feel like maybe I should be taking Wednesdays off. Let me know in the comments down below, do you have any particular days where you're just like, nope, not happening? Are there any days that you do prefer writing? Any time specifically? I think I can cross off this mid-morning writing session off my list. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna try writing in the morning next. Yikes. Maybe not. Maybe I'll try writing in the evening first. I don't know. I'm very scared about writing in the morning. I'm not a nice person in the morning. Yeah, stay tuned for that vlog. I might try writing at a different time on Wednesday just to see if it's Wednesday specifically or if it's just the time. I don't know. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below, what are your writing habits? Are there specific times, specific places where you like to write? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I post videos every week. Thank you so much for watching and happy Preptober!